Welcome to After 8 Hours. Introducing JackJack1620.
Hello, hello.
And your boy, JayTI7N. What's up?
All right, I guess we'll hop into it. So, what's been going on, man? It's been a minute since we've had our podcast.
Well, like, it's what, August?
Yes.
Right?
No. I was like, wait, hold up.
No, this year has been nuts. It's already fucking mid-October, so...
I don't like it. Like, I love October. I'm so thankful September's done.
Yeah.
Because...
Yeah. Literally Wake Me Up When September Ends is
Yeah,
like my new theme song.
Yeah, that's going to be on my playlist for life.
Which, again, a mixed bag for me because my sister and mother's birthdays are both in September and I love them dearly and like to celebrate that. But then there's also an assload of other shit that happens in September, in which case I'd rather just forget. So,
yes.
Anywho, it's already mid-October, which means, spooky season is upon us. It's been upon us.
Glorious.
It's been fun. I've been seeing a lot of decent Halloween decorations around people's houses, and I think people have been going all out. I think
they're trying to be festive.
People are buying more of the big stuff. So, like, my neighbor has that giant Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Good.
I'm like, shit, dude. We need to do, like, a 20-foot tall Mimikyu. Like Gigantamax Mimikyu, quote Gigantamax Mimikyu in the backyard.
That
or
would
something.
be sweet.
It's like,
and his arms, his little like ghost appendages could be like the wacky inflatable things.
Yeah,
that just like move about.
Wacky inflatable flailing arm Mimikyu.
Yes.
Wacky inflatable flailing arm Mimikyu.
That'd be amazing.
That would be pretty great. But anyway, so yeah, spooky season, which means it's also spooky season in Pokemon Go. Pokemon.
But
gotta catch them all, or at least some of them.
So let's do a quick recap. So
yes, sir.
Fashion Week just ended.
Right.
What's your quick takes on that?
I kind of like seeing shit like that. I just wish you could do more with the fashion Pokemon.
Right, like
this
is the opportunity they could have brought costumes for Pokemon.
Yes.
And they just totally missed the mark.
Like, on one hand, I love seeing just alternate versions of Pokemon, like Pokemon with hats and costumes and things like that.
Yeah.
I just noticed your black Pikachu.
Yeah, he's hanging out.
Sorry, my trash vision was off.
It's all right.
Anyway, that's awesome. But anyway, so, like, I love seeing the shit like that. I love seeing, like, costumes. I like seeing different designs for Pokemon. I think it's an opportunity to do some pretty cool stuff in a game where, like, you know, you're going to see the same Pokemon over and over again. So, like, these events are kind of lame, but at the same time kind of interesting because, you know, it gives you something at least to collect. At least the first 4, so 30 minutes in, you're probably already done. But
yes.
That being the case, like you said, I think it was an opportunity to bring in stuff like costumes and things, and they haven't really done that yet. I think I would like to see. I think one of the things I would love to see more in Pokemon Go in general is customizability. And I know they've been trying to sell you more like trainer gear, new outfits and stuff, and they're linking up with Longchamp or whatever.
Yeah, that was what the whole fashion
Longchamp.
Yeah. Which I was like, I don't know who this is.
For the fashion week, and, you know, later on we'll probably see like a Nike deal or something like that. But ultimately, like, they link up with fashion designers, and I like seeing that kind of stuff too. But I want to see more. I want to be able to customize. You know, like, it's already bad enough that our character models, there's like one face and like 4 skin tones and like 3 hairstyles or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and they're all the same height and same width, and you know, it's all the same character. I want to make my boy thick. Like, I would love to be a thick, tall boy.
Yeah.
Because that's me in real life, and you know, but you know, at the same time, I know it's not as important to some people. I would just love to see the customizable features of it because, you know, like, they try to dive into, like, this is you in the Pokemon world.
Yeah.
You get to catch your Pokemon and be social and things like that. So I want it to represent more of me, and I would love my Pokemon to also represent me in that fashion. So all of my Pokemon have rainbow capes or whatever.
Amazing.
You know.
And with with Fashion Week, there was like Shinx, Kirlia. I always fuck up his or her name, their name.
Okay.
You had
Krogunk, and then Smoochum.
And Smoochum, I liked. I like when they make it to where you can't evolve them because it kind of reduces the stress level of if you're trying to be like me.
I have to get 4 different versions of the same Pokemon.
Like, and so, like, when they did like the spotlight hour for the Ash Hat Pikachu or whatever, I was really hurt because I found one and I was like, yes, thank God I can stop. Because the last Pikachus have all not been able to evolve, and this one was able to, and I was like, son of a bitch.
Niantic, imagine letting your Pokemon not evolve into its clearly superior form. Like, come on, man.
Well, for that one, it makes sense. Like, that's why I'm torn. Like, certain ones, and especially because that one, it was hard to find. Like, I searched a lot of effing Pikachus and found that one, and then I was like, I'm done. I'm good. Thanks.
Yeah, and then you're like, wait a second, there's an evolve button.
Yeah, it wasn't until like after I was done, I had already turned off my game, went to go watch a movie or something.
Yeah.
And then boom, there it was. I was just like,
yeah, that's kind of random, and maybe I just didn't read the news thing close enough or something.
With Shinx is the same thing. You had to do them in raids.
Yes.
So you can only get shiny Shinx in raids. Where they did well with Smoochum, which is what they should have done for Shinx and for the others, was have it to where you do missions and they're a potential encounter.
Yes.
I love those things. And they did it with Smoochum because as soon as I saw Smoochum going to be shiny with a bow, I was like, fuck that noise. I'm not about to hatch or wait for my 7Ks, which means, and especially after they took away the distance which we'll get into, I'm not about to walk 7K for the potential to hatch a shiny like that. I much rather walk.
You'll keep hatching Sandshrews or whatever.
Yes, or like Feebas. Like fuck Feebas. I'm done with Feebas. But especially for like that, like I think its mission was like hatch an egg. So I can just do a 2K, have 3 of them, and walk 2, and then have the potential out of 3.
You know what would solve your issue? I mean, it would still be requiring you to hatch eggs, but if you could breed.
Yes, that would.
You imagine? But anyway.
So, but that event.
I agree with you there.
The Smoochum was the best part.
Yes.
Again, the different take on it. So I was like, cool, keep that. And then going forward, we had the Spotlight Hour, which was like, it was Pikachu, a fuck ton of Pikachus.
Yeah.
Again, Pikachus didn't have anything special to them. At least with like flying Pikachu, it had fly. At least with surfing, there was surf. It had something special, and now it's just Pikachus with hats. And you've always, and I agree with you, there's no reason for trash Pikachus to be out in abundance like this. And I love Pikachu a lot. Like, he's still my boy. But, like, Niantic, there's
Give me that
over 400 plus Pikachus, or opt for other colors. You don't have to follow the game.
Yeah.
There's Black Pikachu. Bring him out.
You imagine?
I would love Black Pikachu. I'd love like to just see like color variances on all Pokemon. I think it'd make it better.
Like make Pokemon Go a unique place for certain things.
Yeah, like
especially now because like they're finally adding the connectivity between Pokemon Go and like, Pokemon Home, which means you can bring some of those Pokemon into Pokemon Sword and Shield, and then future titles, of course.
Which is what we told people was probably going to happen.
No, and they would never do that.
Naysayers per huge.
They're never going to do that.
Those people, hopefully they found something to be positive about in their life, because they just weren't positive people.
It's fine. But yeah, so like real quick, just a couple of notes on that.
Okay.
You know, I definitely liked having the research for the Smoochum instead of like you said, hatching eggs. I really wish they would have done that with the Shinx too, because like on one hand, I understand the whole like locking shit behind raid passes because it's quick and easy money to make.
It is.
And then for most people that really, really want to do that hunt, you know, $5-10 in passes is like no skin off my nose. I'll do that. Or, you know, they keep buying the special boxes that have 20 passes in it for 1,400 coins or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and so they're sitting on 100 passes already. But like, you know,
guilty.
And that's fine. Everyone, again, different strokes for different folks, right? Everyone plays differently, and that's fine. I just like it's one of those things that just kind of feels a little disingenuous, just like, again, locking shit behind raids all the time. Like, let Shinx be out in the wild with hats. But rare, or the Shinx and researches. Like, right now, it's one of those things to where, like, they're still kind of teetering with the COVID rules. So it's just like, are we going to let people do remote raids? Well, you can only hold 3 remote raid passes. Have fun with that.
I hate that.
So you know, and if we don't do remote raids, then you have to actually go out and raid. And yes, you can solo Shinx, I hope.
If you can't.
Yeah,
just play a little bit more. You'll
big struggles. But, you know, but you still have to go out and get them and use raid passes for that. And yes, you get your free raid pass and whatnot. But, like, again, you're teetering with those rules. Like, why not make it more accessible for the remote players or the players that can't go out and get all those,
that don't have groups ready or people in their towns don't play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and we talk about this topic a lot just because I think it's something that needs to be updated, changed, or looked at differently. I'm not a businessman at heart, so I don't really know, like, asking shareholders to not put shit behind raid passes because it's easy money. But, for the state of the game and for the love of the game, like, try some different avenues.
And see, that's where, again, getting, like, the sponsored things. So, like, Sprint used to be, like, a sponsor of Pokemon and would have gyms at their locations, and they stopped. And I remember, like, Baskin Robbins was doing that limited time promotional thing where they had sponsored gifts. And to me, it's like, I kind of wish, and maybe that might be, like, the future in terms of, like, remember when Niantic was like, yeah, fund local business and help them out and give them some sort of, like, help when you nominate them.
Yeah.
To me, I think better money would be suited to just, like, hey, chip in this, we'll give missions, and it would have stuff with your company on it so people know that that's from you. Or if you want this, you have to visit, like, participating locations and you can get this, or special spawns that show up at those locations. Or, to me, I think to make it easy is just, like, spots can offer to be lured stops, like constantly lured.
Yeah.
And that will draw people over, and lured stops will have XYZ Pokemon.
Yeah, like, or imagine,
there's
like,
lots of things to try.
Okay, like, instead of raid passes, send out special lures. Here's a Shinx lure, or this event lure. So the Pokemon that come to that lured Pokestop are the 4 event Pokemon with the hats.
Yeah.
Or something like that. We imagine that'd be pretty interesting, actually. Like, if
an attractant or something like that specific for it. Like, who do you want to attract?
Or if you could, like, just throwing this out there, if you could combine an item with your lure right now and turn that lure into a special lure for events or a special lure for things. And I know, like, they're programming on the back end, like, for Community Day, you put a lure up, it's mainly for Community Day Pokemon.
Except if it's one of the special ones.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like
people who throw special ones during Community Day, don't fucking do that. Save them.
Sugma. All right?
Yeah, like, save those things. They're don't waste it on a Community Day thing. Just use a regular one.
But yeah, so I think that would be kind of fun, actually. Like, and again, it's still kind of paywall-y, but at the same time, like, just think about that. A special lure for an event.
With the changes that came, so obviously everyone's probably seen by now, Niantic has reverted back to some previous, I'll say just previous settings. I don't like saying return to normal because I don't think the normal was good to start with.
We're in a new normal anyway.
Previous settings of egg hatching distance has returned back to what it was, 7K or 7K unless you use your super incubator. What else has shifted?
So the egg went back, I think, just like the spawn rates
the incense and lures suck again.
Yes.
That's a definite.
Incense and lures, so like spawn rates in general are kind of back to shitty. And I was really enjoying the newer one.
Yeah, because it was plentiful.
Which is so right now, always be. I don't remember what the old like list was, but right now, at least they kept the gifts. I still wish you need more. Come on. Open 1.5 times as many gifts. Like, okay, thanks. Like, again, that sounds greedy of me, but at the same time, like, we've been at this state in the game where I feel like,
especially with
gifts
just 200 friends. Let us add more.
They still have the no walking requirement for Go Battle League. I think that should just be forever, but...
Well, and that's the other thing. Are many people go battling still?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't think so.
I've honestly stopped just because, again, like, the Pokemon and the rewards aren't as legit. Like, even I would get to rank 7 or 8 normally.
Yeah.
But you get, like, a TM, but I'm not really using TMs because, again, right now with a lot of tournaments, like in-person tournaments being stopped because of obvious situations like us still being in a fucking pandemic.
Yeah.
What's the point? Like now, and again, I blame things like my weakness to Netflix and new shows like The Haunting of Bly Manor and things of that nature, and a bunch of really awesome shows that are out now. The Return of the Walking Dead and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I'm not really motivated to just like sit down and battle like I was. Because before I just pop a squat and just like battle, well, grind, get some Stardust and such.
I was going to say, there's really no reason to be honest.
Yeah. Like Lucha Pikachu, I've come to terms with. I've sat down and reflected and was just like, this is not something I'm going to get if it requires me to get to rank 10. Because I am not going to spend my time.
Yeah, no.
You'd have to max out your battles every fucking day. Do like 4 to 5, like out of 5 battles. Just to even rank up. Nah, I'm good. Like
Yeah, for real.
Especially for another Pikachu. Like, I'm sorry, no.
Like Luchador Pikachu is dope.
Yes.
But it's not like it's any stronger or anything, and it doesn't give you an advantage, which, maybe you're not looking for an advantage.
I want an advantage.
And you just want it to collect. But, like, if I have to work, because it's work. After rank 6 or whatever, it gets harder and harder to climb.
Because you get some good, you get your team situated, and then you get beat up a couple times, and then when you lose, it drops so much, and I'm like,
and I'm not saying you have to cater to filthy casuals like me or anything like that, but, like, it's almost unattainable for a good amount of people.
Yeah.
Because even people that spend a lot of time in the game, like beefing up Pokemon or whatever, it's still pretty difficult to climb. And that's just, like, maybe not a game or a play style that people want to deal with. So,
yeah.
I don't know. But either way, like, part of the problem is, like, I think battle system still needs to be updated a little bit better. Like, even the fact that we have a battle system is great.
Yes.
I agree. And I like some of the changes that they've had since it first came out. There's still kind of bugs. It's a competitive side, quote unquote, that people see, so they're always going to try to find exploits to find free wins, like third shields and shit like that, which is obnoxious.
It is.
But that happens in every competitive game. You see it in every game. There's cheaters in some form or fashion. The joke is, or the line is, like, if you're not cheating, you're not trying to win, or something like that. So
wow.
Yeah, whatever. Kind of a weird mentality there, but obviously things in the game can get better. PvP is one of them. But I agree with you. I don't know if many people are battling. I mean, clearly there are, but I just think it shouldn't be a requirement to have to walk to charge up that I'm going to battle you and get my shit kicked in meter anyway. So,
and it just doesn't really matter in that regard. And I guess just kind of going forward from that. So currently right now, Fashion Week has ended.
Yep.
We're in kind of the autumn is coming event. So Deerling's out, cute little deer. If you haven't seen Bambi
and Sawsbuck.
Sawsbuck is a beast.
Badass, right?
I kind of want to get the TM or do research on Google just to see what other movesets he has. But I really like Sawsbuck a lot. Shiny Vulpix is out, which is great.
Hell yeah.
A lot of people again, that's where the Fashion Week was good, was also the spawn rates of different things. So people, like, I was getting shiny Burmese, which is really fucking nice.
Yeah.
Because they're really hard to find.
Yeah.
And so they were out, and I like these recent events with the kind of more variety and other spawning Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, right now you have Bayleaf, you have a fuck ton of Hoot-Hoots,
yes,
which means at some point they're going to bring out shiny. Because I always try to view it as raids and Pokemon that are more in surplus. The next wave is going to have something where that's going to be necessary.
Right.
So there's a lot of normals out and a lot of and like Bayleafs and things out, which I was like, what are you doing out here, Bayleaf? Like, you're
big chilling.
But I like that. Some of the other smaller events, like right now, there's like the whole spotlight thing for Alolan Meowth, which I'm just like, but why don't?
For people like me who didn't get a shiny Meowth.
Yeah, like for me, I'm just like, bring me Mimikyu, son. Like, it is October.
Mimikyu's a Gen 7 Pokemon.
I don't give two fucks. Bring him out, please.
For real, though.
It doesn't make any sense why he's not here.
Like I said, I wonder if that's one of those things that they're sitting on it because they know.
Yeah,
it's
and like
super popular
the only
Pokemon.
one that's like even relative to the season is because Houndoom is still out.
Yes.
Houndoom and Giratina just returned, which is great because you have the flying Wiggle Dragon. He's out and about. Our ghost, Dark Lord. Like, he's out doing shit.
Dark Lord.
And he's sweet. And the fact that he's shiny, people have gotten a few shinies of him already. But October, I always just want to see more ghosts, more dark Pokemon, and more shadow Pokemon. And to me, I don't think there's any reason why. And again, Niantic, take this idea. I won't do any copyright shit to you. This is my proclamation to that. Like,
yeah,
just have like a rocket breakout day where shadow Pokemon are out and about and you could catch them.
Wild shadow Pokemon.
Yeah, like they broke out. Like Mewtwo broke out. Just paint the whole scene from that first episode of Pokemon where Mewtwo breaks out and shit goes haywire.
Oh, the movie.
Yes.
Okay, I thought you were talking about like the anime, like where the Spearows fuck Ash up.
Well, you could have that too and have Shiny Spearow. Why not? Like, have everything complement each other.
Didn't they do Shiny Spearow?
No. They did Shiny Doduo. That was the latest.
Doduo.
But it's one of those things where they can do something of that nature, and maybe that will come in the later half of October.
Okay.
Because we're not exactly half yet. We got 5 more days. So
Sure.
they have the opportunity still, so I'm just like crossing fingers. Until then, I'll enjoy my basic bitch shit of like pumpkin spice stuff.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna watch Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
Right? I bought a bunch of shit for it.
Okay.
Like pumpkin related shit. And also just like I want to do blizzards. So if anyone
Want to make your own blizzard?
Yeah,
Is that what
like
you said? Okay.
anyone who's worked fast food, if you haven't made those recipes or made those foods you made at work at home, then I don't know what's wrong with you. But if you have skills like mine is Dairy Queen.
Okay.
So I know how to make those blizzards. I've made those blizzards for a while when I worked there.
Okay.
It's just muscle memory. Even to make like the solid curly Q on the cone,
Yeah.
I can still do.
Okay.
That's just, it's one of those useless talents that everyone picks up.
Useless
But
talents.
mine is useless talent from job.
Okay.
Because now I get put on a resume like, I can make the swirl on your cone just
the,
right.
The perfect ice cream.
And the engineers out there are like, yes, queen. Like, we need this. And
yes, form and function.
Yes.
Love it.
So,
Boo.
it's one of those things where I'm hoping Niantic comes through in the later half of October, and I just got to be patient.
Okay.
But my hopes is something like that. So my predictions for again, we're in the holy trinity of months.
The first
of them, the first king, October. Because October is great. And then you have November, which is just like, everyone better get their stretchy pants.
Forgets.
Huh?
Everyone skips over Thanksgiving in November.
I don't.
I know you don't, and I don't either. I'm
I
just
love
saying, like, for the
Thanksgiving.
most part. Like, today, where the fuck? I was at Red Robin, and they have a gingerbread milkshake for Christmas.
What would they have for November? Like a cranberry one?
What? I don't care.
A turkey
but
shake?
not Christmas fucking themed milkshakes, all right?
You know, these basic Beckys are out there. Like, I already see Christmas decorations.
Yeah, I know that's out.
And I put my hands up in a cross and I like walk by as I go over to the Halloween section.
I love
'Cause it
Christmas,
shouldn't
but
be
just
out
wait,
yet.
bro. Yeah.
It shouldn't be out yet. October and Halloween has not even passed yet.
True.
The leaves haven't even fallen from the fucking trees yet.
They're trying, though.
They are trying their Kanye best.
They're beautiful.
It's gorgeous. If you haven't seen the fall colors and you don't live
Maybe
in
get
Colorado,
outside.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I was like, never mind.
If you live in Colorado, just walk outside your fucking door. There's no reason. I know people are with COVID, be sensible, be smart. But it's okay to step out your door, just don't touch shit and just look. It's a-okay to do that.
But
I just want to see more of that. November, I don't know what they're going to do. November, in terms of Pokemon, is just kind of an oddball month.
So are you saying, okay, so like they're doing this autumn event, right? With the Deerling,
Correct.
and the beautiful Vulpix,
Gorgeous.
and stuff like that.
Yes.
Like, you feel like they're like a month behind? Like they should have done that in August and then reserve October for more spooky shit?
They
Or
should have, not in
saying
August,
because-
they should have did it in September. Because that's when
I meant September?
Yeah.
But
Because that's technically
I
this.
skipped September in my brain.
Yeah, because isn't the equinox
Yeah.
at the start
I'm
of
pretty
fall?
sure.
I thought.
Yeah.
It's like, any astrology people, please help.
No,
But
is that
astronomy.
August or September?
I don't know. Oh my
I
god.
don't-
Google.
Bro.
But it's one of those things where that is. Yes, I do feel like it was off season, but I do like that they're trying this out. I
Okay.
do. because again, you know me, I'm all about trials and trying new shit out.
It is in September.
Yeah. So I just want to see more things that this is a good one because it's season focused.
Yeah.
And I like the little event, like the fashion week, because again, it brought some variety.
Yeah.
The Pokemon with hats, a lot of people, because I glimpse, I can't dive into the negativity that is on most Niantic posts.
Okay.
When Niantic just puts up a cute picture of Pokemon playing in leaves, they're like, "Why don't I have this? Oh my god, give me this!" Like, you guys thought
40 billion hours into this game, and I still don't have a shiny Magikarp.
Yeah, like people's negativity on social media is just insane. So I just look at the image and I read that first comment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I glance at it, and most of it's just negative.
Yeah.
So I just glance past it, and I'm sure Niantic's just kind of like immune to the criticism without any backing. And that's what a lot of it is. It's just like, why play this? Or why are you bringing another hatted Pokemon out here? Stop doing that. Niantic's going to continue with hats. Because hats don't involve that much coding. Granted, if anyone did the Pikachu event and saw the glitched out boys, those are my
like
favorite.
Busted ears and stuff?
Hella busted. Like, I had Pikachu's ears in its fucking dome piece. So it just looked like someone shaved them off. And I was like, what is wrong with him?
It's pretty funny.
Even when I was trying to trade them, like, I was trading a shiny Smoochum I caught on a baby count. And it just had, like, this giant black, like, Abraham Lincoln hat square above its head. I was like, what is going on?
That's awesome.
And it's not like, again, it wasn't because my phone was old. Like, it was from my newer phone that was still showing this.
It's just a game glitch.
Yeah, and I was like, what happened? I was like, maybe it's because little Pikachu's ear was tilted and it's not used to that. I don't know. But I just giggled because I was like, it's clear they still have their kinks to work out.
Of course.
And it made me laugh. I wasn't mad at it because, again, the game still functioned.
Yeah.
And it immediately kind of took me back to, like, GoFest, where that first, like, 5-10 minutes, shit was just haywire.
Yeah.
But they were trying new things. They had that little Pokemon lobby, which was new. It was cool, kind of. I liked seeing all the little, like, confetti shapes of, like,
through the air.
Fire or water or that. That was really cute. But I don't know if that added stress to the game in processing, because everyone now has added movements.
Yeah, naturally it will.
I would think it would, but I'm not a computer engineer. I don't know these things. I'm really curious, though, to see what else they bring to the table. And again, October, I'm psyched. I like this month regardless of what's going to happen, because it's my birthday month.
Yeah.
It's my brother's birthday month, my sister's birthday month.
Yeah.
One of my best friend's birthday months. Like,
it's a lot of birthdays.
October, all the Valentine's Day babies. We're just like, yeah, we're here. Like, it's one of those things where, with it being the season of spookiness, I want to see more spookies.
Los Spookies?
Los Spookies. And more like...
maybe, like I said, maybe at the latter half of October, you'll see more. That's my hope. More towards Halloween.
Yeah, I want Giovanni back.
I guess it kind of makes sense because it'd be like a 2-week event or something, right?
Yeah, nice and easy. So I'm putting that out there into the world. Please let there be spookies. Thanks.
We'll see what kind of spookies.
Love Jack.
Okay, so with that, like, usually around this time of year, they start showing, like,
little
snippets of the next gen. So, sometimes it'll be the ghosts or
Ghost Boys
or something, or costumed Pokemon or something like that. Do you think we see any Gen 6 coming out? They teased the
all I want
starters.
Is Mimikyu. So they did, and they just totally just
they teased the starters in that one image, and then we got Megas, which is technically a Gen 6 thing. So
and they've been rolling out with the makers. I give them props for that.
Yeah, so. I do. I have been. Well, we'll get to Megas in a little bit here, but it has been nice that it wasn't just locked to the first 4 Megas for months at a time. They're like, do these events and you'll get Mega Pidgeot. Like, people are gonna do the event regardless, but having Mega Pidgeot, cool. Do this and we'll load Mega Houndoom for October or whatever, and of course I'm going to do that because I want more diversity and variety in the game.
One side note, I like that they have the missions to get their candies.
Yes.
I just wish those missions were a little bit more plentiful. Like, they honestly just need to cut out missions for berries.
Yep.
And just replace that with mega candies.
Yeah, because you get enough berries just spinning
stops, opening gifts.
Or gifts. Or
it makes zero sense. And also bring back Pokeballs to the gifts, please.
Nope. Get over it.
No, I want, like, nope. I'm at 30 Pokeballs.
Stop using your gotcha. And
don't judge me, okay? I'm gonna use whatever technology I have in my arsenal.
Is like loading up on, like, you had like 900 balls before Go Fest or whatever, and then you were down to 0 for everything.
Like, shit. Like, or again, people with technology, who make the Pokeball Plus or gotchas, figure out a way to get it to use your other Pokeballs, please. Like, we're in dire need.
Unfortunately, that's a Pokemon Go programming thing, not necessarily.
They can figure it out. I believe in that.
I don't.
Come on, guys. I'm putting it out there. I trust you.
They don't get paid enough for that.
I know they don't.
It's not happening.
I'm sure Niantic just has them in sweatshops somewhere.
It would be nice if they would, like, use my Great Balls first. Fuck Pokeballs.
You should be able to select.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It knows what the inventory is, and
clearly,
the Pokeball itself dynamics haven't changed.
No, maybe they should. I want other balls, okay? Give me all the balls.
Well, that was one thing I was kind of hoping for this autumn event, that you'd be able to do the other Pokeballs. Because they were from nuts and berries and shit, right?
Nuts and balls.
Yeah. They were from those items, and you would send it to, like...
Apricorns.
Yes, you were able to send it to, like, the Pokeball builder or whoever it was. In Golden, was it Gold and Silver?
Golden, yeah. It was in Gold and Silver. I'm just trying to remember the.
I forgot the dude's name.
The dude, but yeah. So you give them. They call them apricorns for some reason, but anyway, you give them that from different shit that you pulled from different trees, and he makes different balls for you, including like the net ball, dive ball, dark ball.
My hopes were honestly dashed. I looked at it and saw like berries was the focus.
Yeah.
And so I was like, does this mean like our Pokemon could start carrying berries? And I got really excited.
No.
And then I read the infographic and I was like, never mind. The added benefit is that you get the double the effectiveness. So like your Pineapps will give you more candies, which is great. Like hunting Giratina. I'm like, give me extra Giratina candy. I need him. Other than that, I'm like, it's just berries. It's nothing crazy.
Right.
And again, maybe this is just like, it's counting on my lacklusterness or whatever toward this.
Yeah.
And then they're going to bring something out where you need a fuck ton of berries. And then I'm like,
okay.
No, why did I not take advantage of that? And they're like, you should have cared.
Yeah.
So I'm not throwing everything away.
Okay.
For that reason. Because I know Niantic likes to play with my emotions.
So you're saying I shouldn't be sitting on like 200 pineapple berries?
Sit on like 100.
Okay.
That's like the usual max I have of a berry type is just 100.
100 berries?
Yeah, per type. Well, not like the Nanat berries.
Yeah.
And all that. I'm Hourz up maybe like 50. Because some missions have required you to be like, use berries and use 50 of them. And I'm like, gosh, darn it.
True. I was just thinking about that for the Spiritomb. You use 108 berries.
Yes. And I remember on another account, I had just deleted all of them.
Well, sucks.
And so I was like, no, my life.
Yeah.
And so that's one reason why, even like Mega Evolving.
Okay.
People I just see Mega Evolving, and I don't know if they're using it for the mission that you have in some of the researches, like Mega Evolve, to complete the task.
I haven't gotten one of those.
I have, and I've literally just, like, I'm just going to wait for this.
Mega
Like, I get enough to at least Mega Evolve twice.
Okay.
And then I stop with that rate. Because I don't need any more. I don't need to waste my passes. Because, again, I'm always holding out for, like, when the genies in the bottles come back and they're shiny.
Right.
I want to use my raid passes for that. Or, like, Giratina. I want to probably use some of my raid passes for that. Not the remote raids. I want to physically drive to it. Be COVID safe.
Yeah.
In my car. At a distance. Or if I'm in person with my masks. And be like, stay back. You don't know me like that.
Okay.
And do my raid.
So, real quick. Mm-hmm. This is kind of I'm gonna go back to Megas real quick.
Okay.
How do you feel? So Mega's been out for a little bit now.
See.
And again, kind of at least applauded the fact that it's not still just 4 or 3 Mega raids. They've been rotating them in with the new Pidgeot and the Houndoom, and who knows what Mega's coming out next, but it seems to be in a timely manner.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Mega Pokemon and Mega raids in Pokemon Go?
Mega raids, I like.
Okay.
Because it's utilizing the Pokemon you already have.
Yeah.
I get to use the 3,000 plus candies I have of Bulbasaur for something more. The downside is the costs and the frequency you have to raid. So if you're Mega Evolving all the time, 200 candies to evolve is kind of a really steep price. But like Pidgeot is 100. And I don't know why. Houndoom is 200. Why?
I honestly don't know.
To me, I just think it should be reduced to 100. So then after 2 raids, you can Mega Evolve.
Would be
just
nice.
to make it better. The fact, like I was saying, that there's a cap on it, because somehow Phil did enough to have 999 candies.
Uh-huh.
Which again is like, that's a perk of being retired, I suppose, is you can just raid and raid and raid. Do I see a need for it? No,
not really.
And I don't know why Niantic would even impose a cap if your Pokemon candies kit surpass 999. Why not your Mega candies? That just made no sense. It seemed like an unnecessary cap.
True.
Just like the unnecessary remote raid cap purchase.
Like 3?
3.
Are you saying 3 raid passes isn't enough for you?
No.
You want more?
I think
like,
if we want to throw don't mess with me. If people want to spend their money on it, why would Niantic want to hold that back? That just doesn't make sense.
I think it's one of those things to where, like, I mean, yeah, you can always use your 3, buy 3 more. Use your 3, buy 3 more.
Well, it's
but,
not...
like, they don't want you to... I feel like they don't want you to be reliant on it. Because, like, one of the perks that's still in the game right now for the special perks is you're... Technically, when you remote raid, your Pokemon's supposed to do less damage.
Yeah.
Like, what? It's like a
which is
pretty
perfectly fine.
Decent chunk less damage because they want to try to encourage actual in-person raiding more, because the idea of the game is to be social in that aspect.
Well, and see, they already handled themselves by saying there's only a limited number of remote raids that can access an active raid.
Yeah.
So why if they're already limiting it there, why limit how many times you can do it? It doesn't make sense.
I mean, no. I mean, I think...
And especially, again, like, if you're in a dense area where people are... Maybe if you're... I'm just going to appeal to the people who are more conscientious about COVID and shit. If they want to raid but not know people in areas are reckless about it or don't care about others' safety and shit, then I would want to just be able to remote raid and not have to drive out and that, because... Even when we would go out and remote raid, like, people would hop out of their cars without masks.
Yeah.
Or they would feel inclined, like, I went to go trade some people and they're walking up to my car. I'm like, yo, you can stay back there. Like,
maybe
we're within 100 feet. It's good.
Maybe they just feel dirty that it's, like, legal spoofing, right? Like, I know they're making money off of it, as if they don't make money off of spoofers, but, like...
They do. They make a lot of money off
But it's just, like... I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of in terms of, like, why limit it. And, like, you know, again, the mission statement of Pokemon Go is for you to go, to be social, to be out, do things, you know, with people in that regard. And that's something that they kind of have a cornerstone of the market on in terms of their game and their game styles, even with Ingress and the Harry Potter game. So, like, you know, that's their mission, that's their thing, that's what they built the game off of. So I feel like it's just like there's probably some kind of clash at the upper level where they're like, well, if we just let them remote raid, they're never going to go out and be social ever again. And do our mission statement.
That's where they could still, their limiting of people in them would still help with that, because not everyone would be able to access it right at that point. If they limit it, say they're like, well, you can only have 3 remote raiders. Because the ultimate thing that hurt them, and not really hurt them, but they'll have to figure out that hurdle later, was being able to invite people to the raids.
Yeah.
Because that inherently, it inspires community, but then it also hurts them if they're like, we want you to go outside. Because if you can invite people, but they physically can't go, it's the same catch. And especially for people who work late, like, or who have to be home with the kiddos, this is helpful to them. Not to say that they won't ever go out again. And again, they could always give incentive to going back out or using your regular raid passes, like giving you more. Like, I'm still sitting on 100 plus, and I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck to do with these. Because, again, the raids aren't that appealing.
Yeah.
Especially because now it's Giratina, but before I was just like, yeah, I don't need to do... I did my 5 Houndooms, I'm like, I'm solid. I don't need to do any more Houndoom. Now I might help out, like, a random person like Banani, because she sends me an invite every now and then. I just happen to glance at my phone and see the little orange rectangle, and I'm like, I'm being called. And I must answer the call.
That's pretty funny.
Huh.
I was just trying to see like what other people were talking about, and like another theory as to why limit them is so you can't stock up on them because eventually they'll raise the price of the remote pass. Think 200 coins each.
200 coins each?
No, I'm just saying in general. Like think about it, like in that terms.
Well, it's already 200 coins.
No, they're 100 each, aren't they?
No. They're 200.
No, you can buy 3 for 250, and it's like 100 each for remote passes.
Are they 100 each?
I'm pretty sure they're 100 each.
That's so how they would curb it.
So think about it that way, to where like, if you could buy an infinite number of remote passes right now at 250 for 3, then you could just stock up on those. And like, yeah, that's kind of expensive, but at the same time, you have 100 remote raid passes.
Yeah.
And then later on down the line, you know, when they think things are going to go to
the new normal.
Yeah, when people are going to be able to go out,
new way of life,
and physically raid or whatever, and then they can charge more. I imagine they'll raise the price of the remote pass to something, and then, you know, if you'd already bought them, you don't have to buy them at the new price. I don't know. It's one of those kind of bro theories. I could see Niantic trying to make money that way, though. So anyway.
Yeah. That's a potential. What do you think's going to happen for October?
October? Octubre? What do you mean? You talking about like Pokemon?
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, kind of like we talked about. I think we're going to be seeing some ghost Pokemon. I think I would like I would love a shadow event, but I don't see that happening.
What do you think about the whole bridging, like you had mentioned, bridging Pokemon Go with the Switch?
So, I don't know when that's coming out. So you can do Pokemon Home and Pokemon Go, right? Mm-hmm. So you can send Pokemon to Pokemon Home. And in fact, okay, I'll talk about that here in a second. But, and then from home, you can either send them to your Switch games, Sword and Shield, or whatever future releases of Pokemon they come out with. One thing is, if you do that, if you do put a Pokemon from Go into Home and then Home into Sword and Shield, you actually get a special Melmetal in Sword and Shield that can Gigantamax, and it's a different form. Sweet? It looks really interesting. And then so it's another way to get Meltan boxes in Pokemon Go.
Yes,
is if you do.
That's all I wanted.
If you trade it with Pokemon Home. However, I'm hearing it might actually cost coins to transfer to Pokemon Home. Yeah, exactly. If you guys could see Jack's face, it's one of
many unhappy squints.
Yeah, so I think that was the rumor, is it'll cost Poke coins in Pokemon Go to transfer to Home.
I'd much rather just be Stardust.
Not even, dude. Just like, why does it cost anything?
It shouldn't cost because you bought both systems.
Yeah, it's like I'm playing Pokemon Go, which yes, is free to play, but you know, it took me time to get those Pokemon. Even my first Pokemon, I have to catch it, you know. Especially
because you had to pay.
And you have to buy Pokemon Home. Yeah. Exactly. So
yeah, bump that noise. Honestly, I
think the cost is on Niantic's side, because they want to. It costs them money to be able to integrate their system with Pokemon Home. Because yeah, it's Niantic, the developer, that has to play nice with Game Freak, the Pokemon developer for the Switch and stuff. So I imagine there's some kind of monetization there that they want to either make up for, because it took them time to program it, or B, just make money off of it in general.
Yeah, and that's where it's like, if it's coin, to me, coin just wouldn't make sense, because coin doesn't have like a fixed dollar amount for what you can purchase with it, as opposed to like buying like
the starter box is $2.99.
well, yeah, like,
versus
because each one has a different savings value.
Yeah.
In the game, whereas like if it was like your Go Fest pass, where it's a set thing where you have access to this.
Yeah.
For $5, but you now have access, that'd be better.
Well, I think on the opposite hand, it's coins because people can get coins in different avenues.
Yeah.
So right now we get coins through gym system, right? Mm-hmm. Well, in Australia, you remember they were trying out like, can you get coins from research? Like spin a stop, get a research task.
You were always capped at that for like you can through other tasks you get a max of 20 coins.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like that's still an opportunity to get coins as opposed to spending money on said coins. So it's like one of those things like it's a very gotcha game tactic. Mm-hmm. So where it's like, do I just want to spend money to get ahead now, or do I want to grind in the game and get the resources I need to that way? Think about it like someone that spends $100 on the game a month versus how Keith plays Pokemon Go.
True.
He doesn't spend money on the game for the most part.
Always our outlier. And Joel.
Yeah. But, they don't always spend money on the game, which is commendable. That's hard to do for people like, we have decent jobs. We can typically afford some spend money on games. So just like, $40 to me really isn't much to throw into the game if I wanted to. Again, this year I tried my best not to spend money on Pokemon Go ever. But, sometimes like I did the Go Fest pass and, things like that. But either way, it's easy for me to dump money to get those coins to buy whatever versus, if Keith wants to go out there and he wants the gym, he's got 10 gyms set up to get his coins on the daily. It's a different grind, but we have the same end goal. I want the new gym system we've been talking about.
True.
I would love to be able to battle people to defend my gym. That's all I'm saying. Also, completely unrelated to any of that, but kind of Mega Pokemon related.
Okay.
I want Niantic to stop being cowards and let my Mega Pokemon be like 10,000 CP. If I can only have it for 4 hours or whatever,
you want to be the baddest bitch.
Make it Mega. And maybe only in raids or whatever. But like, how shitty is it that you use your Mega Pokemon, go out in a raid, okay, and you still get hit and die in 3 hits? You're just like, okay, what was the point? Like, yes, my Mega helped to boost the power of all my friends, my comrades' Pokemon or some nonsense like that. But at the same time, like, bro, imagine if your Mega Pidgeot or your Mega Charizard was 10,000, 11,000 CP to battle whatever
it should
Pokemon. Just like make my Pokemon feel Mega, make it feel strong, and like it's not impossible. Like
it's not. Especially, I still remember when the game first came out. And Cassandra's game glitched over near that little church school parking lot area.
Yeah.
And she had like 3 Charizards that were 9,999
nice
CP, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, I want to see that. I want to see something where it's just outrageous and be like,
yeah,
that's the beast. Like, especially like when I see like, I think the coolest one I saw was like Mega Houndoom standing next to their trainer. Because he's gigantic.
Oh, Mega Houndoom's like, a unit. Like, absolute unit.
And he's just like mugging you, and they had a shiny Houndoom. I was like, God damn.
That's pretty awesome.
Like, you look good, son. Like, you're going to tear some ass apart.
Yeah.
The Megas should have those additional beefs.
Yeah.
To make them so.
Like, they're already stronger. Nice. And they have boosted stats.
Yeah.
Nice. But, like, just over the top. Like, make my Megas feel worth me spending my candies on.
Yeah, I still understand the time lapse.
Yeah.
The time restrictions for them.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
That's fine. I still don't understand why some are 200 and why some are 100. That still doesn't make sense to me. Or whatever weird math Niantic is doing to equate it. Like, more people are going to like Houndoom, so we should charge higher this so they can do more raids.
These Mega Candies will be easier to come by because they're in quests.
Yeah,
or like, whatever.
I don't know.
Like what? That doesn't make any sense.
I think the quest thing should go through an evolution.
Okay.
We saw it with Smoochum.
Do you think they should keep it to where, You know what? No, fuck it. Never mind. I just propose that we give me an opportunity to either exchange candies or other items in my thing. Give me a shop where I can exchange things in game, not just coins or money, but like if I could exchange candies for mega energy.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
There's no need.
These berries for that berry, or
like right now, let me just hop onto my game.
Like
just
imagine
to see
like
how many candies I have of my boys.
10 raspberries for a golden raz. Or something like that. Or combine a raspberry and a pineapple to give yourself a silver.
I'm sitting at 2,852 for Bulbasaur.
Okay.
Of just regular candies. Charmander, 1,181. It's not too bad.
But you got Charmander Community Day, so you can get that up to like 5K, you know what I'm saying?
Squirtle. And again, when the games first came out, or when the Community Days first came out, I was evolving everything because I was like, I can use this for trade bait.
Yeah.
I will never do that again. I've learned now, once everyone gets it, people don't need another one, and people rarely want to trade for Lucky of those boys.
True.
So there's no point in evolving all of them, and that's where I spent a lot of my candies. Like, I still have 13 Blastoise. Why? I don't need 13 Blastoise, but I spent the fucking 150 candy to get him there, or 125 candy to get the Blastoise. So fuck. But I kind of learned better with like Beedrill, and Beedrill's cheaper, 3,537, and I'm at 500 candies for him, and it's just because of passively getting those research.
Yeah,
was great.
Yeah,
and I like that more
than raiding.
Well, it's simply just because like when I see a raid, it's like as I'm driving. I much rather like I don't want to stop and get it, because if I'm out and about, especially now, it's because I'm usually either going to your place,
yeah,
or I'm going to the fucking store.
Right.
I don't casually just drive around the neighborhood anymore. Like
okay, but if you see that, why don't you want to stop to do that raid?
Because I already have enough mega candies.
So you don't like? There's no incentive.
Yeah.
For you to actually stop.
Once I get the mega candies, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm not gonna raid anymore.
See,
I have the shiny variant, so I don't need to do more.
What would you propose, if you have any ideas, on how you could revamp the rating system? Because that's what I'm running into. So, like, lately, I sit in my house, and I can see 4 gyms from my house that I can remote raid into. Mm-hmm. So, a lot of the times, I'll have my game up on the side while I'm working, and I'll see remote raids. And unless they're on our Discord or they're coordinated through, Roar Masters or whatever, or Facebook groups, nobody does them. Because either they already have what they need, or no one even thinks to even jump in them. So I'll jump to each of them.
You know what would get me to really do them?
What?
It's kind of the same thing I see in my Gigantamax, whatever raids now in Sword and Shield.
Okay.
So when I do them, I see the Pokemon or join the lobby, but what gets me super fucking hype is when I can see it's already fucking shiny.
Okay, I was about to say battle music.
Battle music, music is always a plus, but I usually have my phone on mute anyways.
I know, I'm joking.
No, but if I was able to see the shiny variant pop up as like, this is who you get to battle,
yeah,
that's going to draw me more to that gym than anything.
Okay.
Is that, or if that Pokemon has a specific move when it comes out in that iteration.
Okay.
So like, when Lugia and all them were like, Lugia was supposed to have Aeroblast, and then COVID happened.
Never forget Aeroblast Lugia.
I will not. It's one of those things where I need to stop saying it's one of those things. That was an attractor to me.
Yeah.
By far. Same with like Mewtwo when they're like, it's going to have Psy Strike. I was intrigued.
Nice.
I wanted it.
Even the ugly armor Mewtwo?
They just need to give him the original OG armor.
Never going to happen.
I want it to happen. Come on, guys. It makes no sense. I really want them to go back to the retro, like the little 8-bit.
The 8-bit or
8-bit
16-bit
mode was awesome.
Yeah, I wish there was an option just turn it on and off in
that.
game. I wanted it to be on.
I think the processing for it would be easy.
Oh, it's beautiful. I loved it. I know people were spaghetti about it, but
I liked it a lot.
I was rock hard for it, dude.
God. I want to see that in shinies that you can see, same with just everyday raids.
Okay.
Right now, it's so random, which is fine.
Okay.
I would like it, though, if it is indeed, like, shiny that it can show up as shiny.
Okay.
Even if it wasn't, maybe that shiny one is just a higher likelihood it could be shiny. So that would even be enough. Like maybe. Instead of it being 1 out of 20, if you find a battle shiny one, it might be 1 out of 5.
That'd be pretty nice.
You just have to find that shiny one.
The thing is awesome. Like, and the only reason I was bringing that up is because, like I said, I sit between 4 gyms, and I'll jump into 1 or 2 or 3, and like I said, unless I coordinated it on Aurora Masters or something, it's not going to get done. So I'll jump in and I'll see there, and it's like 0, 0, 0, 0, and I'm like, there's no incentive to do them because people already have whatever they want, and there's no one wants to do raids anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like that has to suck for environments like or communities that don't have that many gyms or whatever, you know, like they're like, I see the Mega Houndoom, I can fucking do it. Jump in, absolutely nobody here. And like, yes, I have a friends list and I can invite 4 people, but you know, like, and yes,
unless you're coordinating with them, that invite goes and that shit unmet.
They need to change that whole invite system too, because I swear every time I try to invite people, it's like, all right guys, I sent invites out and there's like 30 seconds left for everyone to finally join or whatever, and I'm like, come on, this needs to be faster.
The 2 minutes when you're waiting seems forever, but when you're searching for people, it just
I panic. I'm like,
you're like, son of a bitch.
I'm like, Jack, no, fuck, Jack, okay, got him, you know, or whatever.
I just nicknamed people, so I was like, this is a legit crew.
Yeah.
You're there. So I can just search L and they show up. I'm like,
nice.
Send.
But that's my point is like, again, all these systems I would like to see updates and changes to, and I know that takes time, and it's going to be a while before we see those things. PvP, raids, gymming, ad breeding cowards, things like that. So like, you know, it's just one of those things where it's kind of just sad because, again, I can't imagine like, oh, I finally get to see the Mega Charizard. Damn, Mega Charizard X, that black and blue. Ooh-wee, that looks sick, you know? And then, oh, I can't do it. I also think, like, one thing that would incentivize me is to be able to have, like, a difficulty selector on it. So, like, this is two-pronged because I like what they did when they eliminated, like, 1 and 3 star raids. So now it's only 2, 4. Or no, they eliminated 2 and 4.
It's 2, 3, and 5s. Or 1, 3s, and 5s.
1, 3s, and 5s. So they eliminated 2s and 4s. And so it's like 1, 3s, and 5s, and then megas. Mm-hmm. That's the only raids that are out now. I would love like a difficulty slider. I run into this Mega Charizard. I know no one can help me or wants to help me. I drop it to like a 2-star, 3-star, or whatever, so I can solo it. And then like, yes, I get less candy or less whatever, but I'm still able to fight it.
Well, that, and I kind of wish when it's on your radar, like if you want to be invitable, that you can set a setting so then it defaults you as a pick, like this person's ready.
Yeah.
I would prefer that, or it could be like, do you want it from your... I don't... Like, again, this is big request of you do it and you just kind of send like a pulse out, like, can anyone help me?
Yeah, like it'd be nice to get a notification. There's a raid in your area with 4 people standing by. Like maybe increase
like,
that.
Want to join?
Yeah.
And then you're like, yes.
Like maybe increase the window from 2 minutes to whatever 3, 4. However, if you have it, if it's full,
the start time adjustable.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, if it's full or whatever, or if you have the people and you don't see anyone else going, hit that start button, or whatever. Like start raid now, or something of that nature. You know, like it would be nice, like you said, to get that ping, to be like, hey, there's people in my area that are actually thinking about doing this raid. That's cool. I want to join.
Yeah, and they don't have to go creeper status. No. Like show me on a map where they are. No, just show. Hey, they're within a mile radius of you, and they can see it too, but they just don't know.
So all you iPhone haters out there, I did recently switch back over to Android, and I have like different location and notification settings on it. I still have my Apple devices,
okay,
but I have Android as my main flyer, my frequent flyer phone. Anyway, so like I had a notification earlier today where it was like Pokemon Go has found a new Pokemon at this Pokestop right outside of your house. Is literally what the notification read because I was nearby, and I was like,
"Bitch,
what?" You know, like, because it has my location settings and stuff. If it can send me a notification like that, it can send me there's a raid over at Dragonfly Giraffe Gym with 4 people. Join them, idiot. You know, or something like that.
Join them, scrub.
Yeah. You know, that would be fire. I think that would be great, and I would love it. But again, you know, there's like a lot of those little changes, and like I said, I still am a big fan. I think a difficulty slider would be fun and more accessible, because my biggest thing recently has been like accessibility in games.
Yeah. And there's also, I think the sorting thing would also support some people who do bro science when it comes to raids. So they feel if it's just them and like 1 or 2 others, they have a higher chance of shinies.
Yeah.
It would satisfy those people too.
Yeah. So imagine like I see a Shinx raid, typically level 1. What if I can up that difficulty to level 5, but it gives me a 1 in 3 chance of shiny, or whatever, and you have 10 people join you for the Shinx that whoops your ass, you know?
Yeah, the Shinx that's ready to throw down.
Yeah, so it kind of goes the other way, right? Like, yes, if I can drop a 5-star to a 3-star or a 1-star so I can solo it, the shiny chance probably goes up to down to like 1 in 100, 1 in 200 or something. I think that's
1 out of 50.
Yeah, you fine tune the numbers later, but you know, I think that's a decent trade off to being able to solo / just do it without needing help.
I always think back to Quarry with the Mewtwo fiasco.
Yeah.
I feel that was a spirit breaker.
Oh, 1,000%, bro.
That was a spirit breaker. And
my mans.
I don't want to see any more spirit breakers come up in Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And that's why, again, don't have FOMO. Don't do that. Just take your time. Egg events, who gives a fuck? Once the egg is out, it's out. Just take your time. Don't rush yourself.
Eggs are whack.
Eggs right now are whack. If they brought in breeding, whole different scenario. And again, there's so many more things that they can do, so don't feel overwhelmed to have to do everything at once. It's a big takeaway. If you're going to take anything from 2020, no plans change. And you got to be able to roll with those punches.
True.
So
they definitely do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are some things I would love to see, and I include mega raids in that. You know, the accessibility aspect, like I said, is becoming more and more important to me. It was already important, like when my mom was pretty heavy playing the game, being able to play was huge. So like certain things, like, you know, one of the biggest things that I have such a problem with recently is, or not recently, just in general, is like gatekeeping. You know, out of fandoms or in games and stuff like that.
I'm hearing that term a lot more in 2020 than any other time.
Yeah, because, I mean, I think people finally found a word for it. But you've seen it your whole life when people are like, oh, you're not a serious fan, then you can't like this thing. I like this thing. I like this thing more than you like this thing, which makes me the master and you the apprentice. You know, or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm the self-proclaimed Pokemon Master of Aurora. Let's go! You know, and it's just like, cool, bud.
I'm literally doing an eye roll, so.
Yeah, so, you know, and there's a lot of that kind of floating around, and I'm very much not a fan of that, because I think everyone should have an opportunity to really enjoy everything in different ways, because, you know, life's beautiful, life's short, life has unexpected surprises, good and bad, and, you know, we gotta be, I don't think you can ever be ready for everything, but you have to be able to roll with the punches, like you're saying. So, you know, in Pokemon Go, accessibility is huge for me. So if I can't do all these raids, even though I would very much like to, unless I'm in a community that's connected, like we're pretty connected in Aurora Masters. Yeah. Shouts to you guys, you're amazing.
Indeed.
But like if I'm in an opportunity, like out in Bennett, Colorado, or whatever,
what's out there?
Houses and
fields,
people, I don't know. But anyway, you know, I'm out there, like. People aren't going to run to the gym in Bennett to help me do a raid.
No.
I will never be able to raid. And that's the state in a lot of these places that are still playing Pokemon Go. They're still trying.
And see, that'd even be cool for remote raiding for those locations, that knowing the population density, because you have all the little biomes, right, for nature. I'm surprised they don't have like a population density biome, so as you're in less dense areas, that you can maybe increase how many people you can invite.
Right.
Because you're in the middle of nowhere. Or if you're in a major dense city, you can't invite that many people because you're in a dense ass area.
Because there's like a billion people.
Yeah, like there's a bunch of trainers in your area.
You know, that'd be interesting, and I know they have that data because your phone's always listening to you and whatever. It knows exactly where you are.
It knows what search history I've done.
Shouts to my FBI agent. He's like, this dude is into some weird shit. I know. Yeah.
He's like, Jack looking at some weird porn.
Yeah.
I'm like, not on any of these phones, fools.
Yeah, these are my work phones, bitch. Yeah, no. That's why I got the iPad, dude. It's a huge, nice porn screen. But, anyway. Yeah, so, I mean, like, I think those are things that I think they're feasible. I honestly think they're feasible. Are they going to happen? Who knows? Niantic, I know you're listening to it. But, you know, so that's kind of like where the game's at and where we're heading. So October, I'm excited to see the second half, what they're going to do after this autumn event.
Coming.
I do absolutely love shiny Vulpix. All right, it's no joke. It had been in the Pokedex forever, just teasing me. But now it's finally out. So I got to get about 10,000 of those, and then absolutely love that. I love Deerling. If you guys don't know, for those that don't know, Deerling's a seasonal Pokemon, so there's actually 4 different forms of it. So this is the autumn one. So when you evolve it to Sawsbuck, it's got these beautiful, majestic antlers and fur stuff. I don't know.
I would just say like fern vine things. Like it's a really bushy mane.
But
it looks
Sawsbuck
sweet.
is dope. And then there's going to be a winter form, spring, and a summer form. So, however Niantic decides to do that, whether it's like after the equinox, you can see these Pokemon now, or if they're going to keep them in, well, they're wild now, but if they throw them in research boxes, who knows? Yeah, I don't know. So it's pretty interesting. Next Community Day is Charmander.
Yeah,
is that this month?
It's the 17th.
I just do not care.
No, because it's nothing. We've already had Charmander.
Imagine people voting for Charmander. You knew it was going to happen then.
I knew they were making poor choices.
It's more people to get shiny Charmanders to Mega Evolve because they did 999 candies worth of raids. You know, it is what it is. They got to spend them somewhere. But, I wonder what the next Community Day.
They haven't said anything.
No, I know. I'm just trying to think. Because remember, they used to do starter rare, and then they started running out of ideas, and they caught up. You know, we do have a potentially Gen 6 starters.
Maybe they'll do Tempig, and they'll do like all the.
Well, they would start with Chespin. Because he's grass.
But they haven't finished all the current boys.
Oh, you're talking about Tepig. Yeah, you're right.
They haven't finished
double
the current
fire
boys.
starters.
Why not?
No, I'm just that'd be.
And he's a pig, so if you
Tepig,
I don't think there's turkey Pokemon. No,
I do like Tepig.
They'll do like Pheasant. They'd have him, but they already have his shiny form out already. But have Tempig as the Community Day.
Yeah.
And then like Unpheasants and all the birds.
Big shouts to Emboar, though. I love Emboar.
Emboar looks gorgeous.
And the shiny Emboar? Ooh, please do Tepig soon.
Like, he'd be sweet. I don't really know who else they'd pick.
Yeah, I don't. Well, it's just they could have done.
Or if they do just
they could have done Tepig this month. That's all I'm saying.
But he's not like
Porygon.
It should have been a ghost.
Porygon won the fucking vote. All right.
Porygon was cool though.
Porygon was great.
Like his form.
But Charmander.
Charmander was the second pick.
Charizard and Pikachu. Like, I understand those are 2 of your most fucking popular Pokemon, but you have like 9,000 more.
There's many others.
Anyway, I do think it should have been a ghost. Again, I think they're slipping on some of these seasonal voting too. Because like, what if they had a ghost Pokemon?
Well, because it could have been Grimer too. I think Grimer was another vote.
I do like Grimer.
But it only has 2 forms, and most people
want the 3 forms. And same thing when Rhyhorn versus Vulpix. Of course, Rhyhorn was going to win, so because people have no taste. Yeah, exactly.
Squeeze me.
Yeah, Rhyperior is pretty dope.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll see. I'm kind of curious to see what happens. Like I said, I feel like they've been doing a lot and not too much at the same time. Just because
a lot of pointless events.
Yes, which is pretty par for the course with Niantic.
Yeah.
It was one of the things we talked about at the beginning of each year.
GoFest was a solid one.
GoFest is great. I like this autumn one,
Fest
to
was
be honest,
solid.
but I'm biased because there's Vulpix.
Yeah.
And Deerling. I like Deerling.
Like, the pointless events are like Alolan Meowth right now.
Blow Meowth is dope, okay?
Is it though?
It's all dark,
he
and then you
dope?
got Fat Face Persian.
That's not. That Persian. That fucking Persian.
I wonder if they're going to do something. Speaking of which,
Huh.
the other Sword and Shield expansion drops, I think, next month.
I still haven't beat the first expansion.
I haven't either. But I'm just saying the other expansion drops next month, I believe.
And
So I wonder if they're
Aurorus.
going to do an event with that. Aurorus will be... Oh, yeah. So...
Can't wait.
Because they just showed off Galarian Slowking, which is a poison psychic type.
It's the one where his head got bit, right? Or
Yeah,
is
his head is like his whole head's in the shelter thing.
which
it's
is a
pretty
form we've
awesome.
always wondered would happen.
I love it. But anyway, so I wonder if they do that, like Galarian Slowpoke in Pokemon Go. And then you can either do Slowbro or Slowking, and stuff like that. So I wonder if they're going to do an event with that. But that's November. We're still trying to get through October, and we haven't even gotten to a real spooky event.
That we haven't gotten to a buddy event, like in terms of like your friends.
It just had a Mega Buddy.
Well, that's for the buddy Pokemon.
You said buddy.
Like, buddy as in your friends.
I don't have friends, Jack.
Your friends in the game. Okay? Friends in the game.
Well,
Like,
okay, my friends.
I want something like that.
Speaking
where
of
you
which,
get
I miss
some
my
good stuff.
friends. All you sexy Pokemon Go leads out there.
I miss them too. I told you Joel randomly stopped in, right?
Stopped in where?
Like to my house.
No.
Yeah. Like your mom literally was like, you should go see the boys.
Oh.
He's like, okay. And he
Yeah,
just stopped
okay,
at my
I-
house. I was like, hello.
That's pretty funny.
Like, what are you
He
doing
did.
here?
My mom did talk about him. He ran into her at like Walmart or something. But,
Yeah.
Anywho, you guys are beautiful. Keep going. But yeah, no. You got anything else, bud?
No. Stay safe.
Yeah.
Be mindful of your surroundings.
Yeah. Oh.
Enjoy the spooky season.
Spooky season.
Treat
Let's
yourself
go.
to good treats.
And we'll probably have another one towards the end of the month, towards Halloween, probably
Maybe around my
in the middle of
birthday.
whichever Halloween event's happening around your birthday. Jack's birthday is October 23rd.
Yay.
Remember that.
Yes.
Make sure to send him videos of you trashing all of your Pikachus.
It's fine. Pikachu still got your money. He's okay.
That's
with
true. And then if you haven't yet, register to vote.
Please.
Voting is very important.
Please.
I don't give a shit who you vote for
Dear
because
Jeebus.
it's not my job to judge you or tell you to do whatever. But vote no matter what. Your voice matters. If it's for one side or the other, it doesn't matter. But
We've seen how whack voting is already because we're gonna have Charmander this month. So like,
yeah,
But this is voting for America. You know,
Yeah.
like we don't want whackness to continue.
yeah. So I got a giant booklet in the mail about
The blue book?
the big blue book.
That
I
book
thought
is
I was
sacred.
I thought I was taking a test from like elementary school again or high school when
CSAP plan,
yeah,
like,
those big blue books. I was like, what the fuck is this? Read through it and I was like, oh, it has a nice breakdown of each of whatever bills and amendments are trying to be passed. So if you got one of those, please take a look at it, know what you're voting for, and use your right to vote because not everyone has it.
True.
So please make sure you register to vote. Make sure you vote, and yeah,
Oh,
we
if
love
you're
you.
doing mail-in ballots, please have them in by October 20th, because sometimes it might take some time to get to the post office. So don't wait till the last minute. Okay.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah,
Grazie.
that's all I'm saying. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you
Bye.
next time.
Be safe.
Yes, please be safe.
Don't be stupid.